Hi guys, let's head down to the Butcher Barbecue Shack, okay, because this is where I go when I'm doing all of my meats and bacon and salami and cabanas, which is what I'm doing. So this is where I go to get all my spices. As you can see, they've got a few, and also the different curing products as well, because we do need a few different ones when we are curing meat. So cure number 1 and cure number 2, one is for wet, one is for dry. There's also a maple bacon cure, a ham cure, a chicken and fish brine, and you can get your casings for your salamis, cabanas, sausages here as well. And then you can also buy all of the pre-mixed varieties of spice blends if you don't want to make your own using cure number 1 and 2 and making your own blend. There's already those that are made up. We've got some condiments as well as the different size briquettes used for the different barbecues, and as well as the dry rubs. So there is 2 of these huge tables full of dry rubs, assorted different dry rubs. Smoking your meat, lots of different flavoured timber chips as well. So you've got apple woods, maple woods, oak wood, hickory. You've got chips, dust, and bags of the pellets, depending on what your smoker uses or what you prefer to use, as well as all of the typical barbecue accessory sauces and vinegars and things like that. We'll come back to all of the biltong and the jerky. There's a lot more dried spice mixes available. I'll show them to you. I can't tell you what each of them are, but you can look online, zoom in, and have a look, and you'll be able to read the labels of them. I didn't get prices, guys, because it was just too much. But there is smaller versions of them, and I've grabbed a hickory one for myself to add to my spices, and they're $13.99 for the smaller containers. And then the ones here in the shelf, there's so many of them as well, and they're different seasonings to be adding to your different rubs and meats if you're going to be making your own varieties of these pre-made blends up. The pre-made blends are fantastic. You know, they save a lot of time and you don't have to buy a lot of ingredients. The big ones are really good, of course, if you're doing larger pieces of meat more frequently. So they're a really great option to have if you are doing a lot of barbecuing. Liquid smokes, 4 different flavours. Who knew? Maple, wattle, I think there's a chili and there's a standard variety. If you're making biltong or any of your jerkies, huge arrangement of different blends, as well as making your Twiggy sticks. They've got the Twiggy stick blend, variety packs of your jerky seasonings, so you don't have to be committed to one specific spice. If you're making pizzas, everything pizza related you'll find here, as well as all of your equipment that you're going to use for barbecuing. Bags for putting up your pork and your beef when you're aging them to protect them from, obviously, insects and when they're hanging. Lots and lots of jars of accessories for your, or ingredients for your charcuterie boards, and even more seasoning. So much stuff. You could spend a whole day here. All of your wet marinades and your glazes for doing your ribs, and there's 2 tables of those as well. So all your American style sauces. And that is our quick little tour down here, while I head off now to one of the not too far away factory outlets. I'll see you back here soon. Okay, a few minutes later, down the road, and we're at the Golden Circle factory outlet. Okay, I'm going to have to do voiceover because there's music playing in the store, and so I can't play that on YouTube, so I'm going to have to do voiceover best I can remember. Grain waves, 50 cents each, or they were $5 for a carton, so no brainer. I'm going to buy a whole carton because it's cheaper. So the grain waves are $5 for that carton. The pretzels are $1. And the oat milk is also $1. Most things are $1. $5.75 for the Smith's salted original nuts, and we've got M&Ms, Lifesavers, the taco mixes, $1. Orange drink, $1, like a Sunkist. Corn, 3 cans for $2 of the cream style corn. The mayonnaise is $1, or was $1. The little orange juices or flavoured juices are also $1. The Oreos were a little bit more expensive. Oreos were $4 each, or $23 for a carton. Your standard stuffed taco mixes are $1 a packet. A whole bunch of fruit juice stock. Lots and lots of items like chocolates, $12 for boxes of roses. Cleaning products, bleachers, CLRs, there's your prices, $12. 2 bottles of bleach for $5. I think they're 750 ml. Lots and lots of items that you'll use, $3 for $5 for your brushes. Toilet paper pack, $20 for 45 rolls of the Kleenex toilet tissues, spray and wipes, kitchen cleaning stuff, lots and lots. You get it. There's a lot in the store. It's a big store. It's like a big open warehouse, just filled with different products. Anything you need for the kitchen, your cleaning products, dog treats, paper towels. Again, this was a good price for the Fairy dishwashing tablets, 70 tablets for $12.50. So one of those had to go into the bag for my daughter because that's a good price. They've got all the Finish Aid accessories, and there's your prices. This is a mixed table, but gift bags, 3 bags for $5. There were an assortment of sizes. So coming up to Christmas, it's a good time. Let's move on to a different aisle. No, we found Doritos. Okay, so they're $1 a packet. These are the full-size Dorito bags, but it was cheaper to buy a carton, so of course I bought a carton. Into the fish section, this is salmon and tuna and anchovies, but all the prices vary for what the products are, but 3 for $5 for your salmon, for the small cans of salmon, and there's different flavours as well. So if you like your cans of salmon, and that's okay, you can get that from there, as well as toiletries, deodorants, you name it, mustard, big bottles of mustard, and big bottles of tomato sauce, tuna, salmon again, and more tuna. And there's all your prices up the top. Your sauces are standard size barbecue sauces, but you can buy a few of them. Not try me, don't open them. That's just the box. I can imagine everybody opening up the barbecue sauce. Big bottles of tomato sauce and big bottles of barbecue sauce as well. And I might go up and show you the price, but I think they're around the $20 for them. 3 for $5 for the mustard, and for the Dijon mayo was $1. These are curry mixes, little different varieties of spiced curry mixes. They're $1 each. So they're a curry paste. Again, 3 different flavours of those. Let's head down here. Again, I can't, unfortunately, because of the music playing, I can't switch it over. Tresemme, large bottles, $11.75. I think they're 1.2 litres. And the Dove soaps were, from memory, about $1.45, $7.50 for a large bottle of the baby talcum powder. Deodorants, $2 or 2 for $5, and body washes as well. 3-in-1 shampoos, 2 for $5 for the kids. Grabbed one of those because I use that for animal washing the dogs because it smells nice and doesn't affect their eyes when I use that. Socks, woohoo, lots of really good thick socks. They range from $4.75 to $9.75 for the bigger packs. $3 for the cotton ones. These ones here, I think, are the $3.75. These ones are really thick, woolen socks. And they come in pink, which is a bonus because you never know. But you do, because they're perfect for winter, perfect for wearing underneath the boots. And double-walled coffee mugs, which were not expensive either. Hair care products, your hair dyes, $4 and $6 a box. Hair ties and clips, 3 packs for $5, I think. Cling wraps, it's buy 3 for one price, or it's $2.50 for one. All of your picnic type of stuff you're going to need for your barbecue, your disposable plates and things like that. Big trays, big aluminium trays, $2. Perfect for going into the barbecue or the smoker in my case, which I need a couple of those for the smoker. Your barbecue cleaners are $2.50 a packet for your wipes. And then your accessories, so all of your barbecue equipment plus your kitchen equipment like measuring cups and spoons, it's 3 for $5. So you can just go along and select what it is that you need out of the baskets. And I mean, they're really cheap. Some of them are really good, quality tools by the weight of them. So I grabbed a couple of things to add into the kitchen basket giveaways for Christmas. Your bamboo knives and forks, etc., things that you're going to need. Okay, sauces and spices, 3 for $5. So 3 of these spices for $10. So an assortment of different spices, and then 3 of the assorted sauces like soy sauce. There's also a buttered chicken. There's sweet soy sauce. There's hoisin sauce, but it's 3 for $10. Sorry, not 3 for 5. $3 for the tartare sauce, and $3 for the seafood sauce as well. Let's head into the pasta aisle, where we'll come across 3 for $5 packs of these different pastas, Alfredos, and different like cheese and chives. Noodles are 3 packets for $5 for your different pastas. Then we have lots and lots of soups and stocks and really big bottles or jars of stocks. This big 2.5 kilo one is $19.75 and $29.75 for the Maggi beef one. They're gravies. More of the oat milk and the non-dairy milks. $2.50 for the jars of the dolmios, your different pasta sauces. And they've got a few varieties. Whole tomatoes and canned tomatoes. There's 2 different kinds. Canned tomatoes are $1.25 each, or again, cheaper to buy it by the box, and it's 24 box. Vegetable stocks. These tomatoes are a slab of 12, and their price was slightly less than the larger one. Your passata, which is something I do come down here to buy, and the carbonara sauces as well. So passata when we don't have tomatoes. Kewpie, mayonnaise, double drizzled chocolate pretzels. Did not end up in my trolley. I was going to, but I changed my mind and decided to get the grain waves instead. So you can see lots and lots of chippies. Twisties, individual packs. So these are 6 packs of Twisties for $5. So 2 packs of them for $5, or the giant packets of Twisties, the big share packs, because everybody shares Twisties, not. The big bags are $5 as well. So same with all the Smith chips and pretzels is 2 for $5. The prices change pretty frequently out here from every other week or so. And so what's here, and it's also first in, first served. So once the stock is gone, it's gone. So if you do see a special out here that you want, it's generally got to be picked up now. They're like Pringles, the sticks ones or stacks ones, 3 of them for $5. So it's the chippies section. Alrighty, where are we going now? Oh yeah, $5.75 for giant box of Cheezels. And there's popcorn there as well, because there's everything here if you really need it. Rice papers, the wonton rolls, all of that. There are your prices there for a big assortment of the Asian style packaging. Then there's baked beans and spaghetti, $2 a can. We have the soups, which were $1.25 a box, or again, cheaper to buy a whole carton of them if you don't mind being stuck with the one flavour. These are spice blend mixes, cup of soup ones. So they're all the same, but they're only 50 cents because they're all the same flavour. Thai soups. That giant big can of Heinz tomato soup, as well as pumpkin soup, noodles, and noodle cups. We've got big noodle cups and small noodle cups. Maggi, they're all mostly branded. There's no non-branded items here because these are all stock that has either got a short life or the packaging has changed, and so therefore the companies need to offload some of these products because they're no longer using that particular packaging or a particular flavour. So that's how they ended up here at the outlet. The outlet buys them and then offers them for sale at a much more discounted price. So there's a lot of end-of-line items. So if you find a product that you really like out here, it tends to be something that you go back for time and time again. It's probably best to stock up. These are beef, like rissoles with spaghetti. They're vegetarian, not vegan, so they don't suit our needs. Honey, $11.50 for a kilo of local honey. There is smaller jars as well available if you want smaller than a kilo. Lots of spices and lots of sauce mixes as well. And all our baking items, baking soda, baking powder, $2.50 to $2.75, vegetable stocks. That's what I mean. It's kind of everything. The wraps, the drinks, the chocolates, the sweets, because it's Halloween time, so there's a whole aisle of different sweets, and they include lots of Dairy Lee chocolates as well, and licorices. So 3 Dairy Lee chocolate blocks for $10. And chocolate is seriously expensive these days, so if you're into your chocolate, this is not a bad place to go. Raspberry Twist may have ended up in the trolley because, they're raspberry twists. I didn't put these in the trolley. These are the mint leaves. Never liked mint leaves. Always got left over in the lolly bag growing up when we would get our 50 cents worth of lollies. The mint leaves would never get eaten. Big bags of snakes, $12 for 1.2 kilo of snakes or party mix. So you can do your checking online and see what it is at the duopoly. Pretty sure that's a lot cheaper. Violet crumble, very tempted, but I was good. Marshmallows, 2 bags for $5. Chopper chops as well, and the snack bags of Mars bars, the fun sizes. All of the small chocolate bars are $1. So there's a variety of chocolate bars as well as the cherry ripes. I was so tempted with the cherry ripes, but I behaved. Alrighty, so we've got cereal of $4 for the Crunch, $2 for the Kit Kats, $3 for the Rice Bubbles. This is all from memory. Can't tell you what the Pop-Tarts were. Lots of nuts and assorted items. These I usually would purchase $7.75 for a kilo. The macadamias, I think, are $10 or $11 for the macadamias, and the cashews, about $10.75, $10. And cordials, my goodness, there is just row after row of every flavoured cordial, from fairy floss to bubble gum to lemon and lime to raspberry, sarsaparilla, you name it, it's here. Every flavour of cordial that you could think of. And they're a really good deal for either buying a single bottle or multiple bottle. There's an awful lot of food colouring in all of these bottles, but they look really pretty. They've been good to make into the little frozen blocks to have as a special treat during summer. But every flavour you could imagine, $7.95 for the single bottles, or the 3 for $20 for the bottles as well. It's up to you. Buy 1, buy 3. Save a bit of money either way. Into the juices area. You would think Golden Circle would have a lot of options when it comes to juices, and they do have some. They've also got lots of different drinks, energy drinks as well. They're back to almond milk, 3 for $5. 2-litre juices, $4. Cordials, $4 for the big cordials. There's a mandarin cordial, which I didn't know exists, so I've got one of those now. Sarsaparilla, raspberry, and orange and tropical. But I'm going to try the mandarin one. And lime. Don't like lime. I think it's polarising. I don't know. It's just not me. All of these juices, your apples, your orange, your breakfast, your tomatoes, all of them are $4. I'm not sure if that's a really good deal or not when it comes to juices. De-alkalized wine. Yep, they sell de-alkalized wine. 3 bottles for $10. Then they've also got your lemon, lime and bitters, so your mixes for your drinks, $2.75 for a bottle, and then all the Bundaberg range of soft drinks. So your ginger beer, your sarsaparilla, your grapefruit, and a whole other range, lemon, lime and bitters, etc. All vary in price for a 4-pack, sort of $6.25 down to a cheaper price for some of the other varieties. For the 4 ginger beers, it's $6.75 or cheaper by a case. And yes, you can buy a case of zero alcohol beer. You can buy a 4-pack for $3. Yeah, carton zeros. 4-pack for $3, or it's $15 for a carton. All of your mineral waters, different flavoured mineral waters, are $1. 75 cents for some of the soft drinks, the larger 1.25 soft drinks, because they're on sale. $1 for the Fanta branded lemon juice or lemon soft drink. And more mineral water and energy drinks and hydration drinks as well. So I've tried to get as many price tags as I could while I was walking around, but I'm trying to avoid people because I got there really early, which was great. There wasn't anyone around, but then it got busier, and eventually the store was packed by the time I left after being in there for an hour. Lots of condiments, olives, onions, jams, paste, asparagus. I think the jars of asparagus were $4. The bottles of olives, I think, are $3. But a really big bottle of olives is a lot better value for the 1.2 kilo, I think it is, and what's that, $16 for a big jar. Minced garlic, whole garlic, olive oil, dill pickles, pickles in general, vinegars, olive oil down the bottom, 500 mils for $10. Or your vinegars, these are vinegars, and you can get 3 of those for, I think it is $10 as well. Coconut cream, coconut milk, $1.75 a can. Jellies, 3 for $5. Your jelly cups. Desserts, your puddings, $3. Again, big range of different flavours. Vanilla custard, big carton for $4. Peanut butter, soft, smooth or crunchy, $2. Jams, $2.50. So they come in a range of flavours, apricots, blackberry, blueberry, lots of coffee items, and hot chocolates, pancake mixes as well, which was a good price for the pancake mixes. The Chocosino, $5.75, I think they were each. The coffees are on sale this week. We have caramel flavour, these are coffee flavours, butterscotch, Irish cream, salted caramel, and vanilla. They're all $8 for your syrups. Like I said, it's a big store. 2 for $5 for your 12 packs of your wraps, and I checked them. They were all good and nice and soft, so no issues with mold on those at the moment. They look pretty good. Canned fruit aisle, one aisle, and the pineapple pieces were expensive for the slices of pineapple. But there's beetroot for $10. Assorted apples, peaches, pears, nectarines, large can of apples that I usually reprocess when I buy a big can like that. These big cans of pineapple were sort of something around the $14 mark. These are smaller cans, again, not hugely expensive, about $2, $2.20 for a can of fruit. Pickled onions, $3. Corns, the small, fresh Edgell corns, corn kernels, pretty good price. And so were the black beans as well, 4 small cans of black beans. Perfect for lunches, snacking, that type of stuff. Again, they're all just a couple of dollars for the packs. Chickpeas, Moroccan seasoning, and cannellini beans as well. The last of the cannellini beans. I think all the beans were discounted to like $2. All of your Ziploc bags. Okay, so they break them down into individual sizes. And they've got them all hung up so you can see how big they are, so you don't have to open packs. But it's 3 packs of these to get the price. These are the ones I buy, the really large Hercules bags. Really good price here as well. I was hoping I'd have a sticker, but I might be able to go back through the video and find it. Sandwich bags, 2 for $5. And then soy sauces, sweet soy sauces, $5, not too bad. Cooking oil, spraying oil, and gravies, etc. So there's a fair lot here. Salt, Himalayan salt, and different cooking oils, and then just a wall of coffees. So ground up coffee or coffee beans, so $35 for the packs of the coffee grinds, ready to go into a percolator or into a coffee machine. Whole ground or whole beans, $37.50 for a bag, or $18 for that brand of coffee beans. I think they're slightly smaller, but it's a pretty good price. Pods, lots and lots of different types of pods as well for your coffee pod machines. Tea bags, $2.50 for English breakfast and green tea. Your Lipton tea bags are more expensive, and your Coffee Mate, I think, was $4. They've got a hardware-y section, so gardening gloves, 3 pairs for $4, something like that. So quite cheap. So all your tapes, lights, hockey straps, zip ties, etc. in their hardware section. They've got a bit of everything in the store. So it takes a little while to go around and find all the different things, all of your different cling wraps and your takeaway containers, food containers as well, deodorants, toiletries, big bulk drums of washing powder, and the 2-litre ones. I'll put the prices up on the washing powders as well. All of your different, oh yeah, they had yoga mats, didn't see them. Those containers are $3 for 5-litre containers. They have nappies and nappies whites, but they don't have a huge arrangement of sizes when it comes to the nappies. See that storage box? Yep, $3. That came home with me. The wipes, $3 for the nappy wipes. And toiletries, toilet paper, all of that type of stuff you'll find here as well. And deodorants, I think they were 3 for $2.50. But again, the prices change depending on week to week. In the cold section, lots of specials, meat pies, whole salmon pieces chopped up. The meat pie is $6.75 a pack. There's also curly fries. There's corn, which is $1, or there's mixed vegetables that weren't too expensive. Your mixed Chinese packs as well. Seafood sticks, fish balls. The salmon, $14 for a kilo of salmon pieces as well, which is a pretty good price, except it's frozen. Like I said, seafood sticks. And they've got dairy as well. Cheese, $7.50 for 500 grams of grated cheese. And they've got mousse, $1 for a twin pack of them. Different spare ribs, $12 for a pack. They're already pre-cooked, so they've just got to be heated through. Again, lots of different items. It's a bit of everything. Butters, yogurts, different cheeses, Jarlsberg, yogurt, like I said, different yogurts, energy drinks, iced coffees, $4.50. Yes, please. I'll take one of those home for my son. Milk, $4.50. Not particularly cheap, but it's not too bad. It's $4.50. They've also got eggs, free range, and cage eggs, around $5 a dozen. Here they are here. So the free range eggs, $5. And I think $4 for the caged eggs. Not too bad. Seen worse prices. They're pies or pasties, but they are, I think they're buttered chicken flavoured pasties. And there's curly fries, not flies, curly fries also beside them. So that's my walk around, quick tour. Not a quick, it took me an hour to go around the store to get a few items. I also got ice creams, lots of ice cream, so I avoid this section normally. Yeah, so that's a walkthrough on the Golden Circle factory that has got quite a range of products. As you can see, lots and lots of packaged products, if that's your thing. Alrighty, thanks guys.